Well, that was good, wasn't it? Manchester City are through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup after a fascinating game of football. Nico O'Reilly, my friend, you are an absolute superstar in the making. Look, I will never get bored of seeing a young Manchester lad inspire his team and be the catalyst that led to a trip to Wembley. It always absolutely hits well. It just does. City have won 2-1 today. Nico O'Reilly, the game changer off the bench from Manchester City. In what was a really interesting game of football. I think ultimately City did deserve that. They were the better side. They were probably just about the better side in the first half as well, if we're being honest, away from the frustration. We had the big chances in the first half. We gave ourselves another slap in the face with a stupid goal to concede. But after that, there wasn't really any real threat from Bournemouth, aside missing a few key players today. We were the better side. We actually were the better side, and of course the story has to be Nico O'Reilly. Look, I'm going to lean on the positives before I talk about the contentious stuff around Nico O'Reilly, but the positives are there to see. At this point, it would be borderline negligent to let this young lad go. A guy of 6'4", a 6'4" frame with immense pace and athleticism in an era of huge, powerful runners. This guy has the physical tools to absolutely excel in the Premier League and modern football, clearly, while also being a young lad. Might even be a City fan, I don't know, but he's from Manchester. A young lad that's been at City since he was about 8 years old. Clearly versatile. He's a number 9 or a false 9 or a number 10 usually, and he's playing at left back, and he's also played as a defensive midfielder for City in a double pivot this season. Clearly very versatile. Clearly technically good enough. Clearly cares about this club. Clearly has the physicality. Clearly is an absolute superstar in the making. He played today against one of the best sides in the league this year. That's an absolute fact. Look, they were missing the likes of Kirkes and Hushan. I'm sure they would have made a difference. But still, this is a very good Bournemouth side, coached very well by Areola, who were looking to make history at their own ground. And he came on today and absolutely moved the needle immensely for City. He changed the game with powerful running. And it wasn't just the fact that he can run. I am very bored of the idea that all we need is runners. I think it's a misunderstanding of City's problems. And we don't just need guys who can run. We need guys who can run who are also technical. And that's what excites me about Nico O'Reilly. He's also technical. Like the footwork for that second goal in particular, the way he got out the ball out his feet and fed Marmoush, brilliant stuff. The decision making to get forward and make that perfect cross for Erling Haaland, brilliant stuff. They were just high quality actions and in the right place at the right time, while also having to defend Semenyo, who's one of the best wingers in the league this year, an absolute physical beast. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant stuff. Powerful, strong, assertive as well. To come on and just put a side like Manchester City on your broad shoulders at that young age and drag your team to Wembley. Lovely stuff. Yeah, absolutely brilliant, and I'm buzzing for him. Clearly a man of immense quality. There's been some rumours, linking him to a move to Chelsea. At this point, when you look where the Manchester City squad is, very clearly a team that needs to be rebuilt in some areas, one that needs new blood, new energy, new incentives, a new purpose, new drive. When you look at Nico O'Reilly, he fixes the age profile. He's also club trained, homegrown. He's versatile as well. He's left footed, which is nice. He can score goals. He can defend a bit. He can play in multiple positions. He clearly wants it as well. And he costs absolutely nothing. You've got zero excuses not to give this guy regular football next season. I'm not saying he has to be our starting left back or midfield or whatever, but he clearly has to be involved in the team as a regular player, in the way that Rico Lewis has been a regular player or Nunes has been a regular player this season. He has to be that level. He has to be the first choice option to Guardiola. He has to be, man, because look at the physical ability he's got. He was pushing Semenyo around on the ball. He was winning his headers. He was nipping in and making good challenges and bursting forward. This guy clearly has it all to go to the very top. So you have to use him. You absolutely have to use him because he has it all to his game. I don't know how good he's going to be, but I don't see any reason why he can't be an elite level footballer. He's done it against a top level side today, and he's changed the tide of the game. At this point, his quality is unquestionable, and he's making it very obvious that he's here to stay and be part of this side. Do not let him go. Do not make the same mistakes we've done in the past with Cole Palmer or Morgan Rogers. A little bit harsh because no one saw that coming, but we've seen this talent go. All these examples, even people like Liam Delap, who is excelling I've seen examples of these talented players who have the quality to be here. Do not make that same mistake again. And honestly, if Viana sanctions it as the director of football and doesn't convince Guardiola to use him, at that point, it's negligent. It's just negligent. He is too talented and too obviously useful while being free and caring about his club to let go. It'd be stupid. A couple of super chats to get onto before I get onto my other points about the game. Thank you so much to William Dittmer. Let me just move this over a little bit, mate. Sorry, it's not lined up very well, so it won't fit on the screen. Should be around about there somewhere. A little bit further over. William says, Nico could be the next Phil Foden when it comes to breaking into the City first team, and with 2 more years of Pep coaching, I'm a Nico believer. Now I saw your face. I'm a Nico believer because I'm in love. Ooh, absolutely, mate. 100% a believer. Likewise, I mean, look, I hope Guardiola sees the talent there and gives him the chance that he deserves, because he's very obviously got it all. William, thank you so much, mate. You're absolutely bang on. Look, you can have all the talent in the world, but opportunity has to knock, and if you don't get the chances, you won't ever get there. Yeah, he changed the game. He was absolutely brilliant, and he has to get the chances now. 7 FA Cup finals in a row, by the way. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'll show you the stats, by the way, as well, from the game. Really good, actually. We were the better side, full stop. 64% possession. XG 2.64 to 1.67, so we deserved it. The 2-1. 17 shots to their 5. They had some big chances there with the XG, didn't they? 4 corners there too, 3 yellow cards each. Ultimately, we'll see with them by far the better side in this game, and we did deserve it in my personal opinion. Back over to the super chats. There's another one over here. Let me bring it up on screen. This time it's from KP Master. It says, Nico O'Reilly is Rico with the physicality Pep says that Rico is missing. Play the damn kid in midfield alongside Nico Gonzalez. I'm not going to disagree with that, mate. Look, they're both called Nico. It's like this crying out to happen. Nico and Nico. Like, even if he just plays him at left back and lets him invert, whatever. But like, he clearly is ready to be used. That's all I want. Start the Nicos against Leicester. I agree, man. He would run. He's better. He's stronger. He's quicker. He's got no excuses. He's absolutely no excuses. Like, this isn't the kind of game that you can ignore. You can compare it, I would argue, to the Kusanov like sort of games where against Chelsea he was like, yeah, whatever. But the next game he had a bit of a breakthrough. He was brilliant. Was it Newcastle? Who was it against? Was it Newcastle? I think it was. But either way, he was like, the next game, he was excellent. And Guardiola went from thinking, oh, this guy's actually young, but actually really good. If he doesn't learn from this, that he's not good enough, then I don't know when he will do. Like, I want to see what Guardiola says after this. I'm going to actually pay attention to the quotes afterwards. But Guardiola apparently was encouraging Nico Gonzalez to go to the crowd, you know. Here we go. Look at this. So here's a clip from it from the FA Cup. They go, Nico, the fans. I love that. Guardiola pushed him to the crowd. Absolutely, he should get that limelight because he deserves it. And I bet Pep will be buzzing today, by the way. And this is a confession stage. I absolutely, here we go. Bernardo said Nico was unbelievable. The energy that he brought changed the game for us. And there's your stats for you. 45 minutes played, 2 assists, 30 touches, 10 accurate passes, 4 recoveries, 3 duels won, 2 tackles, 2 clearances, 2 chances created the most, 2 passes of... Look at that, man. This is so good. That is literally elite level stuff. Elite level stuff. Genuinely so good. And look, Guardiola was right today. An apology. I think a few of us need to apologise to Pep. Myself included. Humble pie tasting delicious. As he was right about the lineup today. He did. I think we were the better side, you know. Fair play. Fair play. Love you, Pep. I do. Like, he was right today. The players worked hard. And the changes were spot on as well. And the changes were spot on. I think we need to put that. I need to put that out there to the world because it needs to be said. It needs to be said. No, I mean, you say the lineup was ass, but like, you know, I know we were the better side than them in the first half. Like, we were. I think we were. We can't deny that. And De Bruyne today worked really hard. Like, Kevin De Bruyne was he was excellent, man. He was running and running and running and running and running. Look, the quality wasn't fully there, but he was pressing aggressively. He was keeping the ball for us. I thought Gundogan was good too. Look, Pep, ultimately, I think Pep went for control and then the subs to kill the game. No, Savinho wasn't available today. Diaz in the chat. Savinho was he's just become a father for the first time, so he wasn't available. But I was impressed. I think Pep got it right. I've got to give credit where it's due. You know, Pep got it right today. He obviously saw something and he got it right. Like, we were the better side in the first half. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Guardiola, here we go. Guardiola apparently said this as well. He said Nico O'Reilly's going to play in the semi-finals for sure. I mean, he has to. He has to play there. Like, he has to play. He's earned it. If he doesn't play in the semi-finals, what's the point? We said that publicly now. Apparently, he gave a sort of smile to the camera afterwards, which sounded reasonably sarcastic. But look, I don't think he's going to. You can't do that to him after he's changed the game. This feels like a line in the sand moment, and hopefully he's changed it. But yeah, back to the actual lineup. I was looking at the lineup thinking they were old today, but Guardiola got it right, you know. Bernardo made a couple of sort of slightly poor passing decisions, but he worked really hard. De Bruyne worked really hard. Kovacic was tidy today, actually, to be fair. And their real big chance came from our mistake when Nunes, who I'm sorry, I know it feels hard to take him out, but I still don't rate Nunes. I don't get why people still arguing over Nunes. Come on. Nunes, his issues is in his head. He's just not smart enough. That's the issue with Nunes. He's never going to be smart enough, regardless of the position. It's not a positional thing. It's a Nunes thing. He's just not smart enough. He's a fine, but he's okay. He's a 6 out of 10 player. But if you want to be Man City and be the very best, he can't be starting regularly. That's the fact about Nunes. I talk about him because everyone gives a go at me, Jason. Everyone has a go at me about Nunes, and I talk about him because he's clearly not good enough. He's 8 out of 10. He's not an 8 out of 10 player. There's nothing about him 8 out of 10. He's a decent 6 out of 10 player. Even as a winger, he has the odd nice cross, but he's not consistent, and he doesn't keep the ball well enough, and he makes poor decisions. And neither him or Rico are good enough to be a starting right back. There you go. It's just true. It's just true in my opinion. If you want to be at a world class side again, you cannot play at our level. He's not smart enough. That's it. He's not smart enough. He's a decent crosser and he's good. He's a good crosser. I'll give him that. And he's good at getting up and down the pitch. But he's not a good defender and he doesn't make the right decisions. And when he does, he loses his head when he gets it wrong. So that's it. Look, I'm not saying he's a poor footballer. I'm saying he's a poor Manchester City footballer, and I maintain that. Anyway, you can't be doing those passes and he does stuff like that. I'm not judging him playing right back. He'd be exactly the same player if he played in the midfield. It's entirely a mental thing. But anyway, it doesn't matter because he won't be playing there next season anyway. And you can't compare him to Foden because Foden, we know, is a world-class player at his best. Poor season, yeah. But Nunes is nowhere near the level of Foden if Foden plays well. We all know that anyway. But anyway, today, look, Guardiola, Kusanov came off at half-time for Nico O'Reilly, and I think it was because he was on a yellow card, and Guardiola decided, to sort of mix things up a little bit, and not risk him getting sent off. And it turned out to be a really, really smart decision. It really was. It was a really smart decision. He... it was a needed one, but Vardiol did well at centre back. Nico O'Reilly changed the game. I also like the substitutions of Grealish and Nico Gonzalez and James McAtee as well. I thought they were smart substitutions. I thought Grealish was actually good. Obviously, he's allergic to shooting, Grealish, but I thought he was the right kind of guy to take the sting out of the game. It's such a cliche, but he's genuinely good at it. He's really good at it. He was composed. He irritated Bournemouth. McAtee kept the ball nicely as well. And I thought Nico Gonzalez looked really composed and strong when he came on too. He was good. He was good. Yeah. And I thought both Nicos looked really good. Grealish, obviously, I don't think he's going to be going to change anything for us, but he's what we needed today anyway. You want more from 100 million, I get that, but he was good when he came on. And Marmoush again, he's just a killer, man. The guy's got goals in him. Haaland had a stinker up until his goal, didn't he? He really did. He missed some absolute gilt-edged chances today, unfortunately. Still, he got his goal. Good finish at the back post, actually. I know it was a tap-in, but on the run like that with his weaker foot, he could have easily missed that, He generally could have, but it was a good finish in the end, and Marmoush got his goal. Poor from Kepa, but, who cares, man? Who cares? And I think City ultimately deserved it. We were the better side, and we had the bigger chances. And that away at Bournemouth, a side that have given us a lot of trouble, I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. Yeah, I'm really happy to be there. I'm really happy that we got to the semi-finals again. I'm not going to go too long because I'm very much aware that my wife's trying to get my son to sleep downstairs, so I don't want to keep distracting it. But we are in the semi-finals, and we'll do the 5 things that we learned tomorrow, of course. It'll be very Nico O'Reilly heavy, and I'm very happy about that. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Give the video a like. Nico O'Reilly, you're a superstar. Up the Blues. Love you, Pep Guardiola. Bye-bye.